Imagine a bustling city, alive with the chatter of its inhabitants, the clanging of church bells, and the bustle of daily life. Now imagine that same city vanishing without a trace, as if it never existed. This isn't the plot of a science fiction novel or a supernatural tale. This is the true story of Colditz, a German city that mysteriously disappeared from maps in the 16th century. Welcome to Hidden Histories, where we uncover the world's most enigmatic tales. I'm your host, Shihab Sabri, and today we're diving into one of history's most perplexing mysteries. Our story begins in the early 16th century, in what is now modern-day Saxony, Germany. Colditz was a thriving medieval town, known for its castle and its strategic location along important trade routes. It appeared on maps, in official documents, and in the writings of travelers. But then something inexplicable happened. Around the mid-1500s, Colditz began to vanish from official records. Maps were redrawn without the city. Documents ceased to mention it. It was as if Colditz had been erased from existence. But how could an entire city simply disappear? And why? Over the centuries, several theories have emerged to explain Colditz's mysterious vanishing act. Let's explore the most compelling ones. The plague theory. Some historians suggest that Colditz might have been decimated by the Black Death, which ravaged Europe in the 14th century and continued to resurface in later years. But this theory has a significant flaw. Why weren't other cities similarly erased from maps? The war theory. The 16th century was a tumultuous time in Europe with religious conflicts and territorial disputes. Could Colditz have been destroyed in a war and simply never rebuilt? While plausible, this doesn't explain the complete erasure from official records. The Cartographic Error Theory. Some suggest that Colditz's disappearance might be nothing more than a series of map-making errors. But how likely is it that every cartographer would make the same mistake? The conspiracy theory. A more controversial idea proposes that Colditz was intentionally erased from maps and records, perhaps to cover up a dark secret or protect something of great value. But what could be so important as to erase an entire city? To understand the mystery of Colditz, we need to look at the larger historical context of 16th century Germany. This was the time of the Protestant Reformation, a religious revolution that reshaped the political and social landscape of Europe. Martin Luther's ideas were spreading rapidly, challenging the authority of the Catholic Church and sparking conflicts between Protestant and Catholic territories. Saxony, where Colditz was located, was at the heart of this upheaval. It became one of the first Protestant states in the Holy Roman Empire. Could Colditz's disappearance be connected to these religious conflicts? While the city of Colditz vanished from maps, one structure remained: Colditz Castle. This medieval fortress, perched on a rocky outcrop above the Mulde River, continued to appear in records and on maps long after the city disappeared. The war theory. The 16th century was a tumultuous time in Europe with religious conflicts and territorial disputes. Could Colditz have been destroyed in a war and simply never rebuilt? While plausible, this doesn't explain the complete erasure from official records. The Cartographic Error Theory. Some suggest that Colditz's disappearance might be nothing more than a series of map-making errors. But how likely is it that every cartographer would make the same mistake? While these investigations are ongoing, they've already yielded some intriguing results. Foundations of old buildings, remnants of city walls, and other archaeological evidence suggest that a significant settlement did indeed exist around Colditz Castle. But these discoveries only deepen the mystery. If physical evidence of the city remains, why was it so thoroughly erased from written records and maps? As we reach the end of our journey through this historical puzzle, we're left with more questions than answers. The disappearance of Colditz remains one of history's most perplexing mysteries. Was it wiped out by disease or war? Was it the victim of a cartographic error that snowballed through the centuries? Or is there a deeper hidden truth behind its erasure from history? Perhaps the true story of Colditz lies somewhere between these theories. A complex tapestry of historical events, human decisions, and simple accidents that led to the unusual fate of this German city. While we may never know the full truth about Colditz, its story serves as a fascinating reminder of how fragile our historical record can be. It challenges us to question what we know about the past and to keep exploring the hidden corners of history. If you enjoyed this mystery, please like the video and subscribe to Tale Vibe for more intriguing stories. Share your thoughts on what happened to Colditz in the comments below. Keep questioning and exploring. History is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered.